Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another year of Homeschool Show and Tell with Jessica from the Waldock Way and I. For the last handful of years, we have hosted this open collaboration throughout the homeschooling year here on YouTube for anyone who has a YouTube channel and would like to share on the month's topics. So we're gonna kick it off today with an old favorite, one we did years ago called Meet the Teacher. We have a list of about 10 questions to get to know each other here in this collab. And I'm sure some of my answers are different from years ago. If you would like to join in this open collaboration, you have the entire month of September to do so. I'll put the information in the description box down below to join the playlist. And if you would like to find other homeschooling YouTube channels, then follow along with the playlist. I will link that down below as well. So make sure that after you watch this video, you pop on over to Jessica's channel and see what her answers are, and then you can go through the whole playlist and find a bunch of other homeschooling families here on YouTube. So without further ado, I'm gonna hop right into it with this list of questions. You can find this PDF, it's linked down below as well, if you wanna find the questions for this month's video. So we're gonna kick it off here. Introduce yourself. So hello, my name's Abby and I have 5 kids, 4 of whom are school age. So we have a 10th grader this year, an 8th grader this year, a 5th grader, a 2nd grader, and then we have a 2-year-old as well. And I absolutely love doing what I do here. I feel like the luckiest mom in the world that I get to homeschool these kids. How many years have you homeschooled? I count preschool. It's where I did all of my trial and error and finding the methods that I liked and did all my research in preschool. So if you include the preschool years, which we did 2 years of preschool at home, using 5 in a row, then I have homeschooled we're going into our 13th year this year. Do you have a homeschool style? Yes, I am very inspired by Charlotte Mason and her philosophy, although there are a lot of ways that we don't follow it as well. So I'm not a Charlotte Mason purist by any means, but it's probably the most inspirational thing that I've gleaned in all of my years of reading and researching and learning about different styles. I dabbled in a couple of other, things, but mostly that's what we already were naturally doing, so it just kind of made the most sense to me and we've stuck to it. Especially, and I've found this interesting as my kids have gotten older, I've especially committed to the Charlotte Mason method the older that my kids have gotten. I thought that it would be harder the older they got, but I found it more natural for our family the older that they've gotten. So if anything, we get a little bit more Charlotte Mason defined the older that they get. What is your favorite subject to teach? I have always said that I love teaching history. I love teaching Bible history. I love anything of that sort in our homeschool, history, geography, things along those lines. And I think that one of the reasons that it's become a favorite is just because it inspires so much of our travel. We love visiting things that we've read about. And I also do all of our assigned reading based on whatever we're studying in history. So history is a big core subject around here. If you could only choose 3 homeschool tools, what would they be? I'm gonna go a little less specific here and just say in general, good storage bins. I love to have a place for everything. I think just having currently like a toddler who's doing a little bit of fun stuff with us here and there all the way through a high schooler, being organized is the most important part of my life. So having a place for everything and a good place to put it is really important for me. So that, and then I also love an educational game just to kind of break the ice in our homeschool if things are getting too serious. We love playing games. And I know I had a third thing. What was my third thing? Thing number 3 is a printer. We love HP Instant Ink. That's changed my relationship with having a printer. So we also use their instant paper delivery as well. Very important for, again, just the age range and number of kids that I'm homeschooling here. It's important to be able to print things quickly and to not have to run out of ink. Okay. Oh, I missed this question when I was kind of reviewing it. What inspires you as a teacher? I think that my biggest inspiration as a teacher, as a home educator specifically, comes from kind of getting out of the present and looking at the big picture. Why I'm doing this, the whole person that I'm educating, right? Like my kids' futures, what I would like them to take from our home, the foundation of faith that I would like them to be very confident in. That's what inspires me. If I ever find myself losing my way, it's because I'm looking at the day-to-day too much and not looking at my big picture. And it only takes a second for me to just be humbled and just full of gratitude the moment that I step outside of exactly what I'm seeing and look at a big picture. So, are you an early bird or a night owl? Well, I have to be an early bird because I just don't know how I would function fully homeschooling and full-time sports schedule for my kids otherwise. At the same time, I have a toddler I'm at her mercy. She was not a great sleeper as a baby, so I've gotten into the habit of being up later. I always think I can get more done at night, but it always comes back to having to get up early. What is your favorite teacher treat? Coffee, tea, candy, chocolate, etc. Coffee always, and then when my heart starts racing and I've had too much, LaCroix or any kind of sparkling water. Love a sparkling water. That's my little, I even said it to the kids this morning because they love it too and they didn't replace it. And I'm like, guys, there's nothing that's gonna make me crabbier than not having a cold sparkling water when I really need one. So mostly because it's hot, we live in Florida, so in the afternoons I'm running kids around a lot or we're outside and there's just nothing quite as refreshing as a crisp, cold sparkling water. If teenage me heard me say that, I would make fun of how simple I am, but it's just the truth. Do you prep and plan or go with the flow? I am prepped, planned. There is no flow going here. I am very structured, but again, that's like survival, quote unquote, just because I have second grade that I want to be very hands-on and intentional with. I have a 5th grader who really is just like ready to launch into middle school, so I want to be very intentional with him. I have an 8th grader who has such a hectic sports schedule that I have to be really prepared to sit down with him in the time I have with him. And then I have a 10th grader who is all eyes on college right now, so I just have to be very organized, because then we have a toddler who will just pull the rug out from underneath of us. Not really, she's actually getting sweeter with time. But you know, whenever she needs a hug or whenever she spills a drink or whenever she wants a snack or whenever she just wants to be with us, if I don't have a plan, that's just too much chaos for me to handle. And I've just found that being organized, taking the time to plan ahead, just keeps my attitude naturally happier in our homeschool. So I am really prepped and planned. What is something you really enjoy outside of being a homeschool parent? This I know for sure is a new answer than when I did this years ago, maybe like 4 years ago. I really enjoy the things that my kids do. I love being a dance mom and a football mom and a cheer mom and a karate mom and all of that. John and I are, my husband's name is John. John and I are very plugged in to what our kids are doing. We support whatever team they're on, whatever studio they're at. You know, you'll find John sending a crew over if a wall needs a patch at the dance studio, or you will see him sponsoring whatever events are going on. He's always there. We're there. We want to support whatever they're doing and be a part of it. It's been a great way for us to connect with our kids, is by, I know that like, and I have a whole video on like being busy is not bad, but my kids are thriving in the things they're doing right now. And so John and I have just jumped on board with them in that, and it's been a great way to connect with them, being fully invested in the things that they love. So because of that, our community, besides our church, which is like our biggest community, but outside of that, our community is the moms at the dance studio for me, the coaches on the football team for John. Like, we're very connected to the things that they're doing, and it's just, you know, we like to hear about it at the table. We want to know, we know kids' names on in their karate classes, and when they tell stories, we like to know what they're talking about and engage with them and pray for them. And it's just, I love that that is as big of a part of my life in this season as homeschooling is. And so right now the margins for me personally are very slim because I am homeschooling, I am busy with my kids in the afternoons and evenings, and any other space that's not in those boundaries is usually spent with my younger girls. And so that's the stage of life I'm at right now with teenagers specifically. So, but I love it because I love being involved in their world and just seeing how excited they are for all the things to come. So that's something I enjoy outside of being a homeschool parent right now. I'm sure years ago I said I love fitness, I love running. I do love those things as well. It's just that I know when I look at a season of life and say this is going to be short-lived, I may as well invest fully in it. That's the place I'm at right now. So anywho, those are my answers that you've now met this teacher. I would love to meet more of you, so make sure that you link up with us this month and answer these questions so we can get a peek inside of everyone's homeschool. And the reason that Jessica and I started this collab years ago was to just show that there's not only one right way to homeschool, just show the variety within each homeschool, because on social media it can all begin to look the same if you're not maybe looking in the right places. So we hope that this gives you guys some inspiration and that refreshing feeling of making your homeschool your own. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'm looking forward to another year of this homeschool show and tell series. We have some really fun topics this year. So if you want to find out more about that, all the info is in the description box down below, and we will see you guys later. Bye guys.